Dear art lovers, welcome to my watercolor channel. Here you will find easy tutorials and creative tips to help you fall in love with watercolors. So grab yourself and brushes and let's create, connect and communicate. Once again, a warm welcome to my channel Brush and Bloom. Let me start with a very delicate tulip painting. This workshop is designed for all skill level and here we will learn wet on wet technique, layerings and watercolor washes. And in between we will definitely learn color mixing. So let's start. Let's start our process. So first let me tell you the materials. I am using Arches cold pressed watercolor paper 140 lb or 300 GSM. This is 100% cotton paper and acid free. Now you will need a printout of the reference picture, and in the right hand side video you can find out that I am doing watercolor swatches, and from that I have find out quinacridone rose, cerulean blue, hooker's green and permanent lemon yellow, which I am going to use for this one. And for the drawing you can use light tracing method or you can use graphite paper method. Here I have used light tracing paper. So if you want to think that this is not mandatory, if you want that want to go with freehand drawing, you can go for it as well. So there is no hard and fast rule. Then let's start.
Right now. Okay, first we will start by observing our flower. Here the reference photo you can find. Okay, so what is the technique we are going to use here? At the beginning we think we should decide that one. First of all, look at here. This portion we need blending. This portion we need blending. Pink, little blue, our cerulean blue, that's giving a gray shadow here, pinkish or bluish gray shadow. So we will mix it up and do this one. This is simple thing. This will work on layer after layer. So this is one way. Here we are getting little pinkish but little bluish also coming, but they are not mixing up. So we have to work on there using that technique. Here also blending. Now look at this portion. This portion, some pink, some white, some pink, some white. That means here are the highlighted one. Okay, the lights are coming here and fallen in this place, and so this is the most highlighted place. This one. So where we have to be more careful. Suppose this one, this area, all this area are getting lights. So this is the highlighted one. So we have to be careful on this area. Here we will use some removing of color. First we will try not to put color there, so that we want to take, preserve the white area of the paper, because in watercolor we don't use white. What we do, we try to preserve the paper white. If we can't do it, then we will start removing. There are lots of thing we will learn here. Here also, look, this is mostly the white, but the little bit bluish is here, but the pink are coming here. So we have to take good care of in this place. We will do that. We will learn all these things. Here you will find that some blue and green are coming, pink is there and blue is there, but there is little white. So we will learn blending, and our best friend forever in watercolor is definitely water. So we will learn to control water actually. So let's start. First let me show you, this is one extra paper I am keeping, where I will show the technique first and then I will apply on the main paper. And since I don't use, in the small project I don't use any iPad or something where I have to need to zoom, because this is a small project, I don't need to zoom so frequently. So here I just use a paper printout. If you want to do it, this project, you can do it as a printout, and I am keeping it here in front of me, so that while I am working I can see that clearly. Clearly, is it visible? So 2 bucket of water, one is clean water and one will be for my dirty brushes. Don't mix it up. So I frequently mix it up. So I took 2 different color, knowing fully that what is there. I have this whole palette, but I have kept this for the side. I'm not going to use all these things, so life will be simple for me. So this is the thing. Here I have some pre-mix of color, that's why I'm using this one. Rest of the thing is paper towel, 1 cotton towel, 5-4 clips, because I'm not using masking tape to tape my paper. So let's start and first learn one technique, that is blending technique. I think is this my paper is visible. So I'm just using a clipboard and I'm using it opposite so that my paper get little high this side slanted and this is lower, so that water can come down from this following this level. This is my rough page. So let's make a shape of petals. Okay, suppose let's copy from let's this petal. Okay, suppose this is one petal I want to do. So how it sorry for my voice. How it will work? I'm dipping my brush, making the brush wet, and then with the wet brush I am first working on that petal I have drawn. Okay, with clean water, not with any color, with clean water. So maybe it is visible to you, or this area is little shiny, not the rest of the paper, but this paper, this area where I put clean water, this has become shiny. Now I have premixed my pink, quinacridone rose, and what will be the consistency? The consistency is called lemonade consistency. What is lemonade consistency? Like you make lemonade, you put lots of water with 2 or 3 drops of lemon. Okay, so that's like that. I have put lots of water, 6, if this is 6 drops of water with 1 drop of pigment or watercolor paint. So what I am doing, with the help of this water what I have painted, I am started painting. Now this is, look, water is giving me a smooth wash because I have already give it some water. This paper is already have water. So, and this portion is already having extra beads. Okay, so look, this is extra beads, all the extra beads are coming. Now if I want to give it, like this portion will be pink, rest of the thing will be water, the white color. So let's start from here. I have cleaned my brush or washed my brush and I am using clean water. Now look at here. What happened? The head of the petals got this pink color, rest of the thing got light pinkish or clean water. Okay, this is called, this is called wet on wet wash. So we will use one of this technique there. Another technique we will use, let's draw another petal. Where 2 color will blend, but they will not mix each other. Why they will not mix each other? Because let's check why we should not mix each other. This is pink. right? If it is visible, yes. Now let's mix blue, cerulean blue. What are they going to do? They are going to make purple, but our flower doesn't have purple. The purplish effect is there, but not the regular purple. So we have to be careful where we will not mix this. But how we will mix? How we'll get this gray color? We will use this gray color, but with lots of water, where you will only get that feeling that there is something purplish, but you will not find the purple. So all this drama we have to incorporate in our painting, so that audience will check your painting, and audience will see, because we don't have any direct communication with audience nowadays. Your work will tell, or your work will make them pause for a bit. If you don't add interest on your painting, they will not be stand there for you. So if you want to convey something, if you want to want to talk with them through your work, that means you have to make something there, so that those made them interested for your work. So these all we will incorporate. Now how I will incorporate both pink and blue, but not making purple here in this petal. So let's learn. Again we will draw with clean water here. In watercolor, water is our best friend forever. Just remember how much you can control, though we don't want to control our best friend forever. We should not. But here we will control, we will learn how we will use water. So here is a clean wash with water. If you can view it, this is little shiny. This petal is a little shiny rather than rest of the page. Now let's start with pink again. Sometimes this is called gradient wash as well. Now this portion is pink. Okay, I don't want the rest of the will be pink, so I have cleaned my brush again. Now I am painting with clear water. So this portion will be blank. Now I am coming up with blue. So this is few technique. After they dried up, you will find out that they are not mixing together, since in between them I have painted with clean water. So this area I have painted with clean water. Let me turn on this light. Yes. So this area I have painted with clean water. This is pink, this is blue. They are not mixing, so I am not getting the purple. Okay. So this is one technique we will use. In watercolor, there is another thing. I don't think any other color or any other medium have these things, that taking out of color, taking out paint from your paper, that is also is a part of painting. So how we will do? Suppose this petal is there. Just clean brush, and we will dip the brush in clean water. We'll make the shape how we want to do it, and then with a paper towel, dry paper towel, we can take out the color. That way it will make a place blank. Look, so when it will be dry, this will be all visible very nicely. Another thing is that if you have any questions before you start practicing or doing this project, please let me know. My email address is also there, and everything, you can go and sent me DMs. So let's start our painting. The question is where from we should start. We will start from the darkest area. We will start from the easy area and the darkest area. The easy and the dark one will be the petal, which is only half pink, and the dark pink. So here is the portion, this portion, here is the portion, this area we will start painting. And in flower painting there is another rule that we have to follow the direction of the petals. Okay, the petals is blooming, so and the which direction is blooming, we have to follow the direction. So we are allowed to move our paper whatever you feel the side you should go about. Okay, so now I am feeling the side I should go, so I am holding this is like horizontal. Now let's start. The consistency is the same. First I am painting with clean water this area, and be careful to choose the brush. I have to change the brush here because this is a small painting. I will in need of small brushes. I don't need a huge brush. And another thing we will follow, that we will not do the adjacent petals. We will go, maybe we will do the opposite one, or maybe putting some gap or doing the next one. We will not do adjacent immediately. The paper is Arches cotton paper, 100% cotton paper. So just look at the petals, since water is already there, how it started blooming. Okay, first you will find that the color is maybe little dark, after that it's not. When it will dry little bit duller. Watercolor is duller, so we have to think about all those aspects. Now I have cleaned my brush and taking out this color, extra color from this page. So in watercolor it is mandatory that you are not only adding color, you have to remove color as well. So what will happen if this is here, suppose here there is a water beads happening. So what I did, I make my brush thrusty. So how I make my brush thrusty, I have cleaned my brush, then I dried up my brush, and with the dry brush, almost dry brush, there is no extra water, I have take out those extra water beads. Look, one petal is done. Now while be patient, keep patience, put lots of work besides of this, doing this one, because we are not going to use air dryer. I don't use air dryer so frequently because this paper can be damaged, because watercolor paper is very very delicate to handle. So I don't believe, or I don't use so frequently hair dryer. So put something work, different work, so that we can do all those things beside. Like I'm doing laundry right now, so after some time I have to put some clothes in the dryer so that my paper get some time to dry it out. All those things I does. So I do now going for this option, this petal. Now what is the features of this petal? This petal is direction actually from here, like from the I have keep the that paper opposite. So the petal is blooming from down to up. So I will paint from down to up. So for that reason I have just put that paper, my paper opposite. Now again the same thing, I am painting first with clean water. Here I am not going to use any masking fluid. Masking fluid is a liquid we use to keep our paper like keep our white preserve. I'm using 2-3 brush together because one is for small brush. This is number 8. This is 10. Small brush from small petal and little bigger brush like number 10 for such as those. Now here I have found out little bit of purple. Since already I have pink, if I want to do little bit of purple, I am just giving little hint. I am not brushing it. Little hint of blue. I am cleaning my brush and again giving it a direction. My job here is giving a direction to this petal. Very lightly, very delicately. Don't think anything else besides painting. This is the best thing you can do, taking a break from all those worries and all those thoughts you have put in your mind. So now this is time to, don't touch this one, don't disturb this petal, let it dry yourself. While it's done, I cannot put my paper immediately up because all the flow will go this side. That will make my painting damage. So I don't want that. Now I'm searching for the petals which is blooming like that way, so that I can move and I can paint a little bit extra. Let me search. Yeah, I have found out. So now move to this one. In our reference, I have done this portion. I have done this portion, initial first layer. This portion is done. Now I am thinking of doing this one. Look, this one and this one, they are not adjacent to each other, so that they will not get mixed up. Let's do it. Though it's very helpful if you can put your reference image also upside down. Now look what happened. I made a mistake. So the mistake is I am holding these two brushes with color and I am giving this description, and this strip and this strip has come. So this can happen. So what is the solution? Solution is very simple. Just clean one brush, take water and clean out this color. That's it. And with a damp paper towel, take out those extra color from there. Your paper will be clean, so there is nothing for freaking out and going for whatever I have make my paper damaged. No, there are a lot of ways you can you can make mistake, because we made mistake to learn and we can recover from there. Now our goal is to make this petal. This petal direction is like that way. This petal has bloomed this way, so this will be the heading part. Let's go. Again I'm painting this one with clean water. First I'm giving a clean wash, then with my, sometimes I use paper as palette as well. Every watercolor artist does that. We don't need palette. Watercolor paper, we can also use watercolor paper as palette. So sometimes we use that way as well. So give color there as slow as we can. Now slowly just give it a mix. It will mix beautifully because you have already painted it, this petals or this portion, with water. Now the thing is that if I go and check, here is a highlighted point. Here I don't want any pink. What I have to do, like I said, I will clean my brush properly. So with clean water I will paint here. With clean water there will be no such dark pink there. I'm constantly here cleaning my brush, drying my brush sometimes, and sometimes not drying my brush. Here I need to dry my brush because here I can find out some accumulation of water. That's a bit. So look, now look at the petals. Now check with reference image. Do they really? I cannot do this way because this is still not dry. So, look at this too. So now the job is you have to do home task, or if you want to do this project you have to do it. I am giving, since I found out that there is here also we have little bit pinkish here also, and some lines are going here. So I am giving, since it's still wet, I am giving direction to my painting and taking color from the palette which I made from watercolor paper. So I'm giving direction. Still it's wet. Look, the color is moving. How beautifully. Because of this is a professional paper I am using, 100% cotton, acid free paper. The color is moving. Look how beautiful.